Alright, so the reason for using alias is that sometimes we got like really ugly data type, like really complex, not so readable data type, and we want to use it. But we want this to be readable to the future you, to the next person, to the person in your team. Even though right now we got the help of AI, sometimes it's really hard to read, and you don't want them to spend a lot of time read the code and get frustrated and then copy paste to the AI and say, hey, what the heck is going on here? If they do that, they may say, well, you write a really bad code. Okay, so code should be clean. So for example, you got like a really weird data type. Okay, like so for example, this is a typical like structure for API and async text. Okay, so basically when you call a certain from an API, right, you wait for a result, you should async because you need to wait for the response. Okay, it's a typical thing. So that data type will be like a bool, true or false, whether the API call is a success or failure. And then it's a return, okay? We can say return void, okay? So that is a really ugly data type. It's not, even though everything else is pretty normal per se, but this kind of thing is a little bit weird. But basically it's just a whether it's completed or not. So it's a completion handler, okay? So what I'm going to do is to just change that to type alias, right? Type alias, and I can name this specific boolean and return void, right? Something like completion handler. Just make it sense, okay? Just name it, right? Completion handler, okay? And that will be equal to this. So every time you don't need to say, hey, I want to save this specific bool, return void, data type, I can just say, well, I just going to say, hey, this is a completion handler. Okay? We did not mention function before. We will cover just in the next section. So I'm going to just type it here. Okay? I'm going to explain it. But basically, function is a batch of code. You call that, you can execute whatever is inside, even got a return value. Okay, so func, and I can say, so for example, this is an API call. So I can say download certain file. Okay, I call this function, you can execute the functionality of download file. Okay, so then whether it's completed, so completion will be, then there will be a certain data type that I don't want to say boo and void, right? It's just too much. So I can say, well, there will just be a completion handler. Okay, and then I can like write the function like normal. Okay, just to simulate a certain download, some download, downloading, blah blah blah. Then I'm going to comment it out. Okay, so in production there will be like some API call and the way the async, all that. Yeah, don't really matter. And then I'm going to say, well, it's being a success. So I'm going to just let success equals true. Remember, it's a boolean, so I'm just to say, yeah, it's true. Right. So then I'm going to say, well, the completion, I'm going to pass in that success true, right? Right, remember this is really complex, really like too much of the handling going on, right? I don't want to care about. I just say, well, this is completion handler. Yeah, as simple as that. Okay, so that will fulfill the whole function, and then you can add a closure here. We will talk about this pretty complex structure later, right? Just bear with me. You can see how easy it is. Okay, so every time you can call the download file, okay? The download, sorry, there's a wrong spelling. Down. Okay, so every time you call this download file, okay, and you can say, well, if it's a success, You can say success. You can add this trading closure here. We'll talk about the closure later, right? Success in, and then you can change it here. It's a little bit strange, okay? And then you can print. Download completed. Download completed. And you won't say whether it's a success or not. Okay? So you can just say what we could just get out of the success and print it out, because that will be a true or false. Okay? So that makes sense. So I'm going to print it, I think across. Well, download completed, true. Okay? This is a very typical way to just wrap a really boring, too complex, without any meaning, like boring data type that cluster together into something that's completion handler, right? This makes sense. Just more descriptive. And then every time you call that, you can just say, well, this is a completion handler. Okay? That's a very, very typical way of using alias.